Hello dear students, I am Sahana Prasad from Department of Commerce, Gopal Swami PU College, Mysore. Welcome to Business Studies class. In today's session, let's continue with chapter 3, that is private, public and global enterprises, and this is session 6 and today's topic is joint venture. See, there are several occasions where business face difficulties like shortage of funds or lack of technical knowledge. This generally happens during the diversification of products or entry into a new market. So joint venture plays a very important role in these situations. When two businesses agree to join together for a common purpose and mutual benefit, that we call it as joint venture. See, when two businesses, when it agree to join together for a common purpose, that is to conduct a business and of course for a mutual benefit, it gives rise to joint venture. ಈಗ ಎರಡು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಸು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿ ಒಂದು ಕಾಮನ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೆಂಚರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರಿವಾರ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಶೇರ್ಡ್ ಅಮಾಂಗ್ ದೆಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. ಏನೇ ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಬಂದ್ರೂ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಕೂಡ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನೇ ರಿವಾರ್ಡ್ ಬಂದರೂ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬಂದ್ರೂ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಕೂಡ ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೆಂಚರ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಮಾರುತಿ ಸುಜುಕಿ. ಮಾರುತಿ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ವೆರಾಸ್ ಸುಜುಕಿ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಜಪನೀಸ್ ಕಂಪನಿ. ಸೊ ಇಬ್ಬರೂ ಸೇರಿ ಒಂದು ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು they are into joint venture. Another example I can give you is Bharati and AXA General Life Insurance. Bharati is a individual company, so it usually manufactures landline phones. You have heard Beetle landline phones. That is from a company, Bharati Enterprises. And AXA General Life Insurance is another company. So Bharati, AXA General Life Insurance, they are into joint venture. And another example I can give you is Mahindra and Renault. Mahindra is the largest automobile manufacturing company and Renault is a France-based company. So they are into joint venture. It can be a private company, public company or a government-owned company, and it can even be a foreign company. Joint venture means it is an agreement between two businesses. See, when a business think of joint venture, when they want to expand their business or if they have decided to develop a new product or if they have decided to move into a new market, particularly in another country, and also to reduce the risk factor relating to heavy investment. So after considering all these, a few business they think of joint venture. Now let us see the types of joint venture. First one is contractual joint venture. Second is equity-based joint venture. So what is contractual joint venture? Here under contractual joint venture, we also call it as CJV, a new jointly owned entity is not created. Here a separate company is not created. Here there is only an agreement to work together. The parties, they do not share the ownership of the business, but still they have some control over the business. Ownership na ಏನವರು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ಗೆ ಅವರವರೇ ಓನರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, but they will have some control over their business. That we call it as contractual joint venture. A typical example for contractual joint venture is franchisee relationship. What is franchisee? See, franchisee means, suppose a small business owner, if he has purchased the right to sell the goods or services of another company, we call it as franchising. And under this contractual joint venture, there are certain key elements. Here, two or more parties, they have a common intention to run their business. And here each party, they bring some input. Andre ibrununo ಕೆಲವು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ಸ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ನ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಬೋತ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ದೇ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ವೆಂಚರ್. ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆನ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಟು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಲಾಂಗರ್ ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಡೀಲಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನು ಒಂದು ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೆಂಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ನ ನಡೆಸ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೆಂಚರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೆಂಚರ್. ಹಿಯರ್ it has a separate business entity and it is jointly owned by two or more parties. Under contractual joint venture, separate entity is not created, but here there is a separate entity, separate identity is created under equity based joint venture, and all the terms and conditions relating to this, it will be stated in the agreement made by those parties. See, the main important point of this type of joint venture is here the ownership is shared among two or more parties. See, the form of the business entity, it may vary from a company or a partnership or a trust or a limited liability partnership firm, venture capital funds, etc. See, under equity based joint venture, here they usually make an agreement either to get a new entity, ಅಂದರೆ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಇಬ್ರು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪನಿನ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಸು ಆ ಕಂಪನಿ ಜೊತೆ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡು ಕೊಲಾಬರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಓನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇಸ್ ಶೇರ್ಡ್ ಅಮಾಂಗ್ ದ ಪಾರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಶೇರ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ಲಿ ಓನ್ಡ್ ಎಂಟಿಟಿ. Here management is also shared among those two business, and of course responsibility is also shared among capital investment and other financial arrangement, and of course profit and losses are shared as per the agreement. So agreement ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ distribute ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. So this is equity based joint venture. So there are two types of joint venture. One is contractual joint venture, another one is equity based joint venture. Now let us see what are the benefits of joint venture. First one is increased resources and capacity. Increased resources and capacity. See, when two businesses decide to come under joint venture, obviously there will be an increase in resources and capacity. If there is an increase in resources, obviously there is a chance for the business to grow and they can expand their business effectively and efficiently. Obviously it can pool financial and human resources as well, and they'll be in a position to face new market challenges, and they can take the advantage of new opportunity. So joint venture ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್, ಸೊ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ಸು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ they can easily face new market challenges. Second is access to new markets and distribution networks. See, second is access to new markets and distribution networks. It means that when a firm enters into a joint venture with a partner from another country, then they can easily access new market. Say, for example, when an organization or a business of USA enter a joint venture with an Indian company, then USA, the organization or a business of USA, it can easily access Indian market, and at the same time, and the Indian company, it can also access the market of USA. And unique Indian products, it has a big market across the globe. Suppose ಈಗ ಅಮೆರಿಕನ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಜೊತೆ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೆಂಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ನ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ನ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೆಂಚರ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಟು technology. What is technology? Technology means it is the application of scientific knowledge for practical purpose. So scientific knowledge na navenu practical purpose ge use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಥವಾ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸಿ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮೇಜರ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೆನಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಟು ಎಂಟರ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೆಂಚರ್. ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಥರ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ನ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಥರ ಹೊಸ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ಸ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಕಂಪ್ನಿನ ನೋಡಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫರ್ಮ್ಗೆ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಇವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೆಂಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇವನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ದೋಸ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಅಂತ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ of course they can also produce or manufacture superior quality products, and obviously a lot of energy, time is also saved. Of course it leads to reduction in cost. Indian company, if it enters into joint venture with a foreign company, obviously many international company, it can came up with varieties of new kinds of ideas, especially when it comes to technology, and it obviously it reduces cost, it provides better quality products. So that we call it as access to technology. Fourth one is innovation. You know what is innovation? Innovation means coming with new ideas or methods of doing something. So that we call it as innovation. Market, it is increasing day by day, and these days customers prefer varieties of products and different types of products. And joint venture, it allow business to come up with new ideas, and of course with innovative products and technology, especially when it comes to foreign companies. So that we call it as innovation. Next is low cost of production. Next is low cost of production. See, when a foreign company enters into joint venture with an Indian company, it can easily benefit with low cost of production. See, if a particular foreign company enters a joint venture with an Indian company, it can have many advantage. You know, there are low cost of raw materials, and here in India labor is very cheap. You also get technically qualified workforce, and you get management professionals, and you get excellent manpower in all areas like lawyers, chartered accountants, engineers and scientists. They get all these advantages. The international partner or a foreign company, when it enters into joint venture with an Indian company, they get the products of required quality or some with few specifications at a much lower cost than what is prevailing in their home country. Our country li aurge ಏನು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಲೇಬರ್ಗೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತನೂ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಖರ್ಚಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋವಂಥ ಬೆಟರ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸು ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಏನೇನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೋ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ಡ್ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನೇಮ್. ಸಿ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನೇಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ when a particular product or a service, when it has got its own identity, that we call it as ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನೇಮ್. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಕಾರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಕಾರ್ಗಳಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಕಾರ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರುತಿ ಕಂಪನಿದಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಹ್ಯುಂಡೈ, ಹೋಂಡಾ, BMW, ಆಡಿ, ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನೇಮ್. ಸೊ if a particular foreign company or an Indian company, it enters into contract with a joint venture, obviously it will have an advantage of established brand name. ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಒಂದು ನೇಮ್ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಂಪನಿ ಅದರ ಜೊತೆ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೆಂಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೂಡ ಆಟೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ನೇಮ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅದರ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನೇಮ್ ಇರೋದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೆಂಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ದಿ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಚ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ದೇರ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆಗೋಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇವರೇನು ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಏನು ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ಡ್ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನೇಮ್. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೆಂಚರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್. See, we also call it as PPP. See, public-private partnership means it is a collaboration with private and government. It's a collaboration between government agency and private sector. So, PPP means it is public-private partnership. It refers to the involvement of private sector in the government projects. Here there are two types of partners. One is public partners, another one is private partners. ಈಗ public partners in PPP ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾರು? One is government. See, government entities like ministries, government departments, municipalities, state-owned enterprise, etc. And in private sector, it can be a local or a foreign company. So what does public-private partnership do? The relationship between government agency and a private sector in the context of infrastructure and other service. Here the government contributes capital for investment. Here private sector makes use of its expertise in its operations, managing tasks and innovation to run the business efficiently. ಇವಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಎರಡು ಸೇರಿ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Here PPP, it allows the large scale government projects, especially in the field of construction of bridges, hospitals, schools, sewage, stadium, sanitation. And one example I can give you in the field of transport is Mumbai Metro. So that is constructed under PPP, that is public-private partnership. So, and I hope you have understood today's session. And here I am concluding this chapter 3, that is public, private and global enterprise. Thank you.